to order, and would you stand with me and do the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Yeah, just for the, partly for the, well, for the benefit largely of those who are watching on Batavia Access Television, let me introduce those of us who are here. I am the Batavia Township Supervisor, Lee Tracy, and to my left is the clerk, Penny Tracy, followed by Trustee Walt Donnet, and Trustee Jim Anderson, and Trustee Joe Bertolmeo. To my right is our Highway Commissioner, Chris Long, and our Trustee John West, and our Assessor, Tammy Kavanaugh. Also joining with us this evening is our Township Attorney back there, Van Larson, and our BAT videographer, Molly Murphy. And her mother is with us as well. All right.
That include her.
That being the case, let me ask the clerk to call the roll.
James Anderson,
Here.
Joseph Bartolomeo,
Here.
Walter Donnet,
Here.
John West,
Here.
Lee Tracy.
Here. All right, at this point in our agenda, we take some time to do, which is one of the major functions of the Township trustees, is to approve the payment of the bills from the previous month. So what they're doing is to check over the bills for October and then sign off that they can be paid. As part of this same process, we also check the checking account in order to largely make sure that there's enough money there to pay the bills. And we had not done that for September last month, so we have the bank statements for September and October. So that's what we're doing now.
Excellent. Can I make a suggestion? Can you guys do one month and we'll do the next month? Make it a little quicker. Is that all right?
Good idea.
And we'll do these. I think we also need 3 signatures on that one as well. That's last month's as well. One's this month's and one's last month for the highway department.
Yes.
Yes.
Can I swap with you for that?
Sure.
What, you're gonna do that with Joe?
He and I are gonna do these. Do this first?
Last month's bills were
Yeah,
approved.
right after.
John?
The bills have
You're
been
asking
approved.
about bills for last month?
It's the checking accounts that weren't reviewed. The bills were approved for last month.
Okay, well, we have this,
Yeah, the
this
check.
stack.
That needs to be.
and those.
That's it.
Okay, and then, there's 2 stacks of road district
For
items.
this month,
That
Yep.
one and this one.
and that's
Yep.
for this month. Township.
That's it. I understand
What
that
is this?
dinner was pretty good.
So was it good?
Right.
No, the,
He doesn't have that one included. He didn't include it.
oh, okay.
The item
So
on
I
his
didn't do
sheet.
my cover sheet, sorry.
Both of these say October. Both of these say October.
Well, that's the payment of the bills.
Sorry.
One's October and one's
Okay.
November.
Well, no, there can't be November. Bills,
These are October bills.
these are October bills, but we
Okay,
paid
so
in
there's 2
November.
sections?
So this
2
is
separate
September.
piles?
I just seen one pop in the road district. I should have approved last month.
All right.
Yep.
One's for township,
Oh, here we go.
or one's for roads and one's for super.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I got you.
Two
Use for a
reports
moment.
out.
I'm missing a page on that.
Page one?
You have a page one?
No. Page two. Here, more. Take care of the notes down
Man, 'cause what a difference. We get out of Springfield.
Okay, which ones? They were all out this morning, but they didn't. Check yesterday.
Okay.
49
No, what, no, the roads, the
49
roads were clear coming back.
Yeah.
65, 59.
We'll need to do the cover sheet
There's
as
a
well.
lot of, there were a fair number of things in the ditch from yesterday.
Oh,
Okay,
you're
we'll start there.
there.
We'll go back and start there. $5,016.
So you gotta be. Well, Sunday night.
Sunday night and Monday.
But then it came
Who's
to
two
be
checks here?
Monday.
And then it
I
froze.
guess.
And yeah. And the car was not happy.
Oh, wait a minute, there's an asterisk. Gas and truck sequence.
Let me read them to you, and then we'll see what you're missing.
And what?
5005 for
Goes in my
1815,
Okay.
5006 for 5,000.
Yeah.
5007 for
Yeah.
7,500. 5008 for
And then you
7,000.
have a test.
5014 for 124, 45. Sorry about that. 5009 for 20,000.
There's a sheet
5010 for
on it for the
5,000.
highway.
5012 for 175.
Oh, you gonna find some more of those?
5118.
Yeah, there's some on the desk there by the phone, I think. Are you
5015
copying?
for 6718.
Some.
5016 for 2502.22. 5017 for 350.
Is that October, November? in here?
5018 for
Uh,
243.77.
Looks like it.
Ignore the ones that you've
5019
already
for 402.
approved. I don't know why she put them in there.
5023 5021 for 118.25.
And then notice there's some check copies
5022
too,
for
so I'm
193.90.
not quite sure.
5023 for $21.60.
Straighten it out.
Hey, it's one to, no,
5025 for
You're doing it
both of
$20,000.
you.
You're doing your job. I have every confidence.
Like, what's this one in here that I've signed already?
Should have.
Six.
You can cite it again.
Okay.
That's all that I see covering. Can you do this one? Here, go back up.
Okay.
4986 for 6559.
Yep.
5,000 for $16. 5002 for $5,000. 5003 for $6,000.
Right.
Two-sided copies. Get rid of the time.
Anybody else need any questions?
I'll take it.
We need initial news.
You want to turn them in tonight?
Turn mine in.
Good to go.
Jimmy ought to sign, Mr. Jim ought to sign that. One extra one for
Absolutely correct.
expenses.
I'm trusting.
Cash from
I'll do that. Right out of my wallet.
You putting that one in too?
Yeah, why
In this
No.
file?
Sure.
You can't put it in this house.
not? Well, I'm just copying it.
Oh.
Oh, you want it
Can
from
you see
me?
it?
Yeah, just the amount.
How are we doing? Do we need explanations?
Tammy's doesn't go in the road fund. Which one does
No.
yours go?
General fund.
Okay.
Six, page one.
Want me to stamp it?
Checks also. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you-
Have two copies in one stack. Okay, here's the one.
Thank you. This is the- Oh,
Joe, maybe?
that's fine. You?
Okay.
Yeah,
No number, but $183.
have we got enough initials?
Ask Joe if he could.
6
Those are not being all for?
Huh?
6089, 197.78.
No.
Three is sufficient, but not so few.
Yeah, he-
87.
Always
6092, 237.53.
Thanks, Joe.
6093, 3916.34.
I was-
6094, 784.41. 6095, 133.
Oh, you sign. You get to sign.
6096,
Yes, that's him.
658.73.
That's all you're- that's all you're attesting.
609.85
Oh, these are, these are the.
6099,
But
403.
this is who he is.
6100,
So you're testing
4587.
Oh,
against me?
6100,
I guess.
It's a new
$62.67.
statutory requirement that
You get any
nobody
extra
quite
ones of those
understands.
Okay.
Yep. You want some more?
Expense sheet? You got an extra one?
Yeah. Got a dollar?
Change. Put that on there.
Yeah.
Because the other one's like that too. So all three be the same. All right.
These two breeds, no?
All right with that?
Works for me.
These are all the.
No, but these are the bills, these are the
They
bills
don't
to
have
be
down
paid
hands, but they should.
from the road district.
If the other two do
So
that.
So they actually registered.
If you,
Yes.
But I know, but you said.
I'll make two separate forms in the future,
We used to have some.
Oh, is there?
I guess.
Oh.
Road district.
I'll transfer the whole thing over? And that way it
Batavia
doesn't-
Township,
Road district.
Batavia Township Road District.
And then maybe you have to
Yes, I could have different colored papers, whiteboard. Oh, Lord.
And then you can make the copies, right?
Is the beginning and ending done? Oh, there's some other.
He has a summary,
Oh, you do?
yes.
Oh, but you
Oh, I used
didn't,
to-
because you
no.
were out of
I
town.
started doing it.
Oh, you did? Yes. Okay, all right, okay. Who did this cover sheet?
Me.
In lieu of your cover sheet?
Well, we.
Chris has got that number, Tammy's got that number,
Okay,
some of you.
It's a work in progress.
Okay, well, I like that. Okay, all right,
I'm
so
gonna take,
there's
yeah,
that.
I'll take
Okay.
these because we gotta pay these.
Okay,
Well,
and then this is the
this is
bank
just a check.
reconciliation.
This
You know,
is
that's the
You sign
fastest
these too?
reconciliation you ever.
Oh, well. And then they go in here with some stuff.
He took my pen.
Takes me.
Okay, you ready? Yep.
50, 25,
Well,
3,500,
it's
Standard
Yes.
checks, so they're
50,
outstanding.
27 for 5,725,
Yes.
50, 28 for 7,118,
Yes.
50, 29, 319.90,
Yes.
Well, I suppose
50,
you've been
30,
doing well.
122.39,
Yes.
50,
has.
31,
I
51.84,
Chris has done it.
50, 32, 6,710,
First time I've seen that since I've
Yes.
been doing these.
50, 33, 56.30,
Yes.
50, 34, 251.66,
Yes.
50, 36,
I
135.
haven't got anything put away yet.
No.
I mean, it's in
Okay.
boxes. so I-
And pending balance of 894, 943, 70.
Yes.
And the
Oh,
real,
yeah.
So that a check didn't go some.
One, yes, go
Shouldn't
somewhere.
It's like living in a motel.
Snuck in there.
Yeah.
As long as you're
And the
having
signing
something.
is
This is missing.
well, and also to make sure that the bank balance is sufficient so that you can
Oh,
pay
right,
the bill.
that's
From the
right.
meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Well, Steve.
I got 573 in there.
Oh, road fund.
We have
All
the higher
right.
balance at the end of the month than we did at the beginning.
Bill is this one?
Okay,
Well, I mean, in the check.
I have one without a check
Yeah.
number. It is
88,000
3591.
in taxes.
Oh.
Okay, it's 6107.
There it is.
Straight at 13.
6102 for 950.79.
Yes.
6103 for 17,787.98.
Yes.
6104, 237.53.
Yes.
6108, 133.07.
Yes.
6109, 37.04.
Yes.
6111,
Think-
208.91.
This is the latest
Yes.
bank reconciliation.
6112,
Which I
2005.27.75.
think come from-
Yes.
6113, 255.
Can I
Yes.
just?
6114, 6,818.58.
I'm not sure it was just separate. Excel
6115, 3,198.30.
Yes.
6116, 200.
Some of it.
Yes.
6117, 67.
Just for the quick look.
Yes.
6118, 387.70.
They did the stuff on the agenda.
6119, 5,725.
Yeah.
That's a quick
I
No,
think-
she-
Oh, that's his.
Yes.
6120, 159.63.
Yes.
Ending balance of 580, 595.86.
Bill?
Initials on those, please.
What's that? Need more initials?
Initials on those.
Oh, okay, I'll pass them.
We'll go on to that. Put it there.
Two sections.
Looks like it's just two of them.
There's three on there, that's all.
General assistance. Oh, okay, we got two on ours.
5073, 197.89.
Yes.
5074, 1500.
Yes.
Ending balance of 99, 903.98.
Yes, sir.
Good signature.
I'll take these here.
Nice and clear.
They're much better.
Wait.
Right. We'll switch that.
That should do it. Oh, I just turned them over to them there.
Was there a cover on this one or not?
Oh, no, no, no.
We'll put it over.
Three
I'll
more
sort it
cards.
off. We'll sort it out. Chris and I
Oh, he's
will.
got the bills there.
Chris and I will.
Did you do any dancing down
A little bit, last night, yeah. Some of the ladies were, we actually got on stage,
there? I
and
got
a
it.
whole bunch of us and sang
That's good. I like doing
in low places. But it was fun. We'll probably be in the magazine.
Oh,
I
I
would
see.
We haven't- we
Did
haven't-
you run, did you run the check?
I don't know why not.
You paid, you,
I ran the checks last year. for the-
Did you see that?
oh, for the road, yes, last
Which
year.
one?
That's
Yeah.
right, last year.
Mhm.
Do you
No,
always
the
do
last
that?
part I
No,
saw was
Layla doesn't.
No, oh, okay.
the line dance.
Yeah.
Then after that, the guy sang the country song.
Yeah.
And then you guys went up after that. Oh,
No way.
no, that, after, when he started singing, I took
A
off.
whole bunch of people.
You guys left
Had
and I don't
some
know where you
checks
went.
returned
I
because
couldn't
it was
find you
in the
guys.
wrong place.
Must have said.
Well, the vendor addresses were wrong. but
Yeah, some
But
other
whatever.
people invited us.
It wasn't
to
that.
sit down.
Yeah, no,
I
that's,
guess-
that's good.
If I changed
No,
it.
no, I didn't leave
Did you
because I
change
had
that?
this.
Did you know? I didn't know.
Figured it out.
Okay.
No, it's fine. No, no, I didn't mean that. I didn't leave because you guys.
I read something.
They were active.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying.
All right, how
And
we,
I've used QuickBooks for.
how we doing?
I don't think you want to do.
We're done with those.
We're down with the bills, good. The next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. And we have minutes from September and October. So, are there any additions, corrections, concerns about the minutes as they're delivered? You'll notice that the minutes for October say draft. Technically, the minutes are not official until we've approved them.
So, well, for September, you say draft.
Well, because we never did that before, but we have a new clerk.
I wasn't
here in September, so I'm gonna have to abstain from that one, but I can move to approve the October minutes if you wanna take them out of order.
Why don't we take them out of order? We have a motion to approve the minutes from October of 2019. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Is there any further
Who's
discussion?
made the second motion?
Bartolomeo. Been moved and seconded to approve the minutes of the October trustees meeting. Why don't we have the clerk call the roll?
Anderson,
Yes.
Bartolomeo,
Aye.
Donnet, West,
Aye.
Tracy.
Yes.
I'll make a motion to approve the September minutes.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the September minutes.
I'll second that.
And we have a second. Is there any further discussion? We have a motion made and seconded and no further discussion, so we need to have the clerk call the roll on the September minutes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Bartolomeo,
Aye.
Donnet, West,
Yes.
and Tracy.
Yes. And the next item on the agenda is the Assessors Report.
Move for approval of bills.
Well, we've done it already. They did it. We don't, they've signed off, we don't really need a motion because they've signed off on it. They have approved the bills. Right?
I don't know. How do you go then?
Yeah.
Yeah, the trustees have, in the process, signed off them and approved them for payment.
Would then in the future we strike that from the
So
agenda?
we'll take that off the agenda from now on?
Why don't we take it off the agenda from now on? Because there really is no motion. You like that?
Well, maybe like a motion.
Okay,
Let's do it. I'll make the motion that we approve the bills.
for October. Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? So we should have the clerk call the roll on the approval of the bills for October.
Before she calls me,
Yeah?
let's just do it, because when we give them all to you, we know it's done, but let's do it for the public so they know.
That's fine.
Okay.
Well, and that was my point, was that there was nothing written down in the records that they were approved.
Okay, I agree.
This way there is.
So there is. So we're now voting on the approval of the bills for October.
Anderson,
Yes.
Bartolomeo,
Aye.
Donnet,
Yes.
West,
Yes.
Tracy.
Yes. The assessors report.
Well, the 2019 assessment year is closed, so we're all done. Right now, we're just working on permits and sales that come in, and we'll start analyzing neighborhoods that we keep track of those when people call during appeal season. So if we need to combine subdivisions or just more analytical work that we can do before the new year comes, and then we start reassessing again. So that's pretty much it.
When I was at the convention, they had a section on assessing for solar energy and solar panels. It seemed to indicate that if you said that you were installing a solar panel, that it would not raise your taxes. It was a rather complicated procedure, but he did say in the course of that in Kane County, this was a Kane County assessor,
Mark Armstrong.
he said there are only five properties that have been assessed for solar panels. Are any of those in our
We do
township?
have a few, and actually we kind of put a nominal, like really low value on them, but I think the controversy is the type of solar panel. I mean, people are spending, you can spend $10,000, you can spend $80,000. So really, what is the value? So in that marketplace, the market would have to show us that value. So we'd have to have two similar homes, one with the solar panel and one without.
But he indicated that you would
It's not.
assess it the old way and assess it without the panels, then assess
Right.
it with the panels, and whatever is the lower of those two assessments would be
Is what
the
we
assessment.
choose. Yes.
So it doesn't hurt by assessing.
Correct. And then they would probably get the 4-year exemption, the home improvement exemption for that as well. So if you do solar panels, you won't pay taxes if it's taxed or assessed. You won't pay for 4 years.
You said you wouldn't pay at all, if you would lower those two.
Well, yeah, you shouldn't, because in my opinion, there is no value. So we are not assessing solar panels at this time. It could be a future thing. You know, the market will indicate that over time.
Any other questions by the assessors? Road Commissioner.
Well, we didn't really like that snowfall either. We are in the midst of leaf pickup. We looked at it today, it's just too cold to run the equipment. We're gonna let the sun take care of some of these some of the snow. We will be back up and running either near the end of the week or next week for sure. And then we still have the week after that, so do the best you can on getting the leaves out to us. And we'll get them cleaned up.
So I just have one question.
Good.
The week of Thanksgiving, that's it?
That is our end date. We'll look at the weather. I'd like to get them out that week.
And if you don't, will you extend it a week, maybe?
Well, if I say that, then I'm gonna have to, huh? We are not planning on that, no.
There's an
The
end.
bulk of the leaves were out this last go round. So
In case they ask
it would be
questions.
It would be a big pickup to try to get
Well,
done.
what's it gonna take to thaw them out to be able to pick them up?
Well, there's not that much snow on them other than what we pushed on them. This is the worst part. So that amounts to a lot of ice
Because, I mean,
chunks.
we've
And
got-
things start freezing up.
That's, the low temperatures really.
Yeah. So I think we'll try to give it a try by Thursday and see how it goes through the machine. You know, if it freezes up the machine, then we'll stop. You don't want big chunks of ice going into the impeller because it's going around at fast RPM.
Yeah.
So, but we will get them.
Okay. Let me back up a little bit in terms of the agenda. I just want to make a couple comments. One is that with regard to the minutes, on the Batavia Township website, all of the minutes of all meetings are now there on the website, and the minutes that were approved today will be placed on the website. All the agenda for the board meetings are on the Batavia Township website. So that is something that has been done and will continue to be done. And with regard to the bank statements, Chris and I notice that there is a big service charge, which is referred to as analysis service charge. I have no idea what that is. One of the things I've been reviewing is the service charges that the bank charges, and I'm going to follow up with them on those. Okay, and I'll let you know what we can do about that. Okay. The next item on the agenda is the approval of the tax levies for the township and the road district for the coming year. Those were distributed last month so that the trustees have had an opportunity to review them. Let me just explain for those perhaps viewing. There's two processes to the township finances. One is the tax levy, which we're passing at this point, which must be approved by the end of the year. And essentially what it is we tell the county how much we want to levy. It's how much we want to take from property taxes from the citizens. There's a limit which is governed by the cost of living, so-called CPI, and new construction as to how much you can increase over the previous year. Any other questions? Or why don't we have a motion to, should we take them separately? Let's take them separately. Do I have a motion to approve the tax levy for the township funds. That's the general fund, assessors fund, general assistance, and mental health.
Also move.
Okay, we have a
Not
motion.
mental health.
Not mental health? Well, no, technically not. We levy for it, but it's a
Right, that's-
pass-through.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me explain a little bit. Historically, the voters of the township approved the so-called 708 thing, which it creates a board and the ability of the township to levy taxes for mental health. Okay, and that's a separate item in the levy and in the budget.
I'll second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve the tax levy. Do we have any questions,
On
concerns?
this other expenditure, what is 110,000 of other? Is that like ride-in cane and mosquito abatement mainly?
Yeah, or a variety of things. Could be miscellaneous. You know, my concern is once we've already increased the levy for mental health, it's already been increased by approximately 2%, and which is the cost of living and new construction. So in order to increase the whole budget by that amount, I added in the additional amount of money.
What?
Well, I think the entire increase over the previous year is $4,000.
Okay, my question was on the administration other expenditures. You've
Oh.
got 2, 4, 5 categories that are reasonably self-explanatory, but the 6th category is other expenditures, that's $110,000. So what goes into that is not in these other services? Other
In-
than mosquito abatement, I presume, but is ride-in cane also in
Yes.
that? So ride-in cane's roughly 70,000 and mosquito abatement is 40?
Yes,
$10,000 worth of
yes.
office expenses, supplies, whatever, okay. Why wouldn't that be broken down individually to make it look?
Because typically it's not done in the levy, and it's not required. In fact, there are very few requirements as to how the levy should be set up.
Actually, I don't know that you would even need any categories.
Just a dollar
Technic-
amount?
Technically, we don't. The categories are revealed ultimately in the budget, as to which is the plan as to how you're gonna spend this money. Which we will do after the first of the year. Okay? Any other questions, concerns? So let's have the clerk call the roll on the adoption of the Batavia Township ordinance number 2019-2020.
Anderson,
Yes.
Bartolomeo,
Aye.
Donnet,
Yes.
West,
Yes.
Tracy.
Yes. How about the road district levy?
I move that we adopt the road district levy?
Is there a second?
Second.
And moved and second. Any discussion? Chris, do you want to say anything about it?
Say that it's $552,750 looking at this year, which is a slight increase over last year.
My calculation was 1.8%, approximately.
Yes, 1.6% on existing construction and our tax rate, existing tax rate on the new construction. So new construction brought in about an extra $1,800. And the actual 1.6% brought in about $9,000. Budget went up about 10,000. Or the levy went up about 10,000. Last year, we had no increase. $250 they gave us
Any other concerns, suggestions, questions? If not, let's have the clerk call the roll on the highway department, road district budget. Levy.
Anderson,
Yes.
Bertolino,
Aye.
Donnet,
Aye.
West,
Yes.
Tracy.
Yes. Just want to point out also for the viewing audience and to remind ourselves that if you take a look at your property tax bill, you will find that the township portion of that is very small. Compared to the other units of government. All right, do we have, let's see. Oh, yes, we have new business. Next item is to, unfortunately, we have Jim Anderson as our trustee who has taken upon himself to move out of Batavia Township. So he's now living in Geneva Township, hence he can no longer serve as a trustee. So I have in my possession a letter of resignation, and I would like to, where is it? And I'll find it and give it to the clerk. So what we need to do is to have a motion to accept the resignation of James Anderson as a trustee.
I'll make the motion to accept the resignation of Mr. James Anderson.
Second it.
So we have a motion moved and seconded. Any other concern?
Maybe you should let Jim make that motion.
We should have Jim make the motion. You don't want to make the motion. I might just add for the viewing, just because I think it's important. So Jim, how long have you served on as an elected official of Batavia Township?
34 years.
34 years. So this is a significant
It's gonna be a big cake.
Time for a change.
time for a change. Okay, let's have the clerk call the roll on the motion to accept Jim's resignation.
Anderson,
Yes.
Bertolino,
Aye.
Donnet,
Yes.
West,
Yes.
Tracy.
Yes. And with your approval, I'd like to modify the agenda and remove item 12 at this time, which is the appointment of a trustee to fill that vacancy. And what I'd like to do is to postpone that or move it to the December meeting, unless there's any objection. So that's what we will do. Next item, what I'd like to do is to ask the trustees to authorize the payment of Comcast bills for the months of December through March. The reason for this, I have communicated with Comcast repeatedly, and they will not change the billing cycle. So consequently, we tended to not get the bill from Comcast and this is for the internet and phone system, until after the meeting, hence it can't be approved, and typically we often get a late charge. So I'd like to avoid the late charge, and since the amount on the bill doesn't differ that much from month to month, I would like the authority to pay the bill to avoid the late charge prior to the meeting. The Comcast bill typically, and it varies slightly in terms of taxes and one sort of thing or another, but our regular monthly bill is approximately $319 a month.
So is this gonna be a quarterly payment?
No,
No,
this
it's
should
no,
be-
it's a monthly payment, But what I can do is get the the statement comes, we can pay the bill without your approval, or because we've made a blanket approval, we're now approving the payment of it, without the specific approval each month, to
I
avoid
would
the
like the
later.
same thing on the highway department bills, because every month that it's an early meeting, is it the early meeting?
Home Depot. Home
The late
Depot.
meetings. Like, well, we did it on the Home Depot card a long time ago. You guys approved paying that ahead of time, and then you ordered it in that month, so you notice that bill always has been paid. We'd like that with the Comcast bill too. City of Batavia, we had an issue with them. They were kind enough to work with us on the times that we're a little late on that bill. But Comcast doesn't want to do that, and they won't change the billing cycle. But I think you should extend it through the end of the term.
Well, the reason that's why I indicated that we should, on the agenda, that we do this through
March.
through the fiscal year. Right, because our fiscal year then begins.
So you're gonna get it monthly, you're gonna pay it.
I'm gonna
before we
get it
We'll
before
see
you,
it,
you'll
we'll
see
act
it.
on it.
And,
I'm good with that.
Okay. Any other question,
Should
concern?
we put a not to exceed amount on it,
You can do that.
just in case Comcast decides to bill us, grossly overbill us 1 month?
Okay,
I don't
But
think
then you'll
that
have a
would
bigger
happen.
leak.
Yeah, I think we'd not pay it.
I won't pay it. Okay, so do we have a motion to, allow the supervisor to pay the Comcast bill for the Township General Fund and also for the Highway Department?
So moved.
A second?
I'll second.
Good, it's been moved and seconded. Any other discussion? So this is a motion to pay the Comcast bill prior to the meeting of that month. And let's have the clerk call the roll.
Anderson,
Yes,
Bartholomew,
Aye.
Donnet,
Yes.
West,
Yes.
Tracy.
Yes. The next item is the transfer of road district funds. Chris, what would you?
Yeah, we're still trying to come out with these major truck repairs that we had this year, so I'd like to transfer $5,000 from the road maintenance line item to the vehicle and equipment maintenance line item. I know we have some bills still coming, and I don't know exactly what they are, but I know they're more than what I have in the fund. It's just one of those years you get caught. Huge expenses that you don't anticipate.
Okay. So, do we have a motion to make that transfer in the road fund from road maintenance to vehicle maintenance?
So moved.
Second.
Seconded.
Who was the motion? Okay.
Joe Bartholomew,
How much was it? 5?
$5,000.
$5,000.
Anderson,
Yes.
seconded, okay.
Okay. Any other discussion? We'll call the roll.
Anderson,
yes.
Bartholomew,
Aye.
Donnet,
Aye.
West,
Yes.
Tracy.
Yes. And I'd like to add an item to the agenda. After the transfer of road district funds, this is a transfer in the general fund. If you may have noticed that in this month, we have a negative balance in the Clark mosquito spraying budget. There was an additional spraying. So I'd like to ask that we transfer from miscellaneous.
No.
No, it was
Not
later.
legally.
Hmm?
I said we can't legally vote on that
We
without
can't?
it being on the agenda.
Okay. We won't do it then.
Put it on for next.
We'll put it on for next month. I see the attorney nodding his head. Okay?
Is
So
that
we'll
for the
put it-
benefit of the public, the trustees here, or can it be both?
Excuse me?
Given the advance notice, so we don't change the agenda the day of, is that something that we're doing for the benefit of the public, for the benefit of the township, or both?
It's part of the statute.
It's part of the
You can't have
statute.
an action unless it's on the agenda.
You could discuss
You
it.
could discuss things, but no action.
Very good.
So we can, let's have the minutes reflect that there was a discussion and that we'll place that on the agenda for the next meeting.
Can I say something about that?
Yep.
About Clark?
You may.
Had quite a conversation with the clerk guy, Jack, who,
Senich.
yeah, that Jim and I know, and went on a tour a couple of years ago of their facility in St. Charles. He's invited us back to another tour, and he said I would also include our facility, our bigger facility in Roselle, if you'd like to. We could set up an afternoon or whatever, if anybody would like to do that. But and it doesn't have to be right away. They're quite an interesting company, the things that they do. So since the West Nile is an issue that we deal with in this section of Illinois, you know, and that we do spray for it, I wanted to invite you all to dig in deeper to what we're paying for with Clark.
So we'll
Keep that in mind.
I will also add that Clark has grown from just a small company. Well, when they started spraying for us, I mean, they weren't very big, and they're multinational now.
Yeah.
And that's why they have the additional facilities, I think, in Roselle. And I mean, St. Charles is pretty good size, but it's nothing probably from what they got up there.
Well, I would like to go again, and I'm more than willing to take anybody with that wants to. Probably next spring, summer.
We'll set that up.
You know, when it gets into the time of the year.
Bring your tweezers.
Yeah, we'll get you to count mosquitoes. Thank you.
Good idea. Next item I had on the agenda was a report on the Township Officials of Illinois Annual Conference. Some of us, well, most of us, just returned from Springfield. Each year at this time, the Township Officials of Illinois has their annual conference. Do we have any reflections?
I'll go first.
Good.
I enjoyed it this year. I went to many of the seminars. The opening address was excellent. It was positive, and as they all are, but you know, I could relate to it pretty well. And I also went to the breakout session on the state of Illinois and the TOI budgeting and consolidation, or not really consolidation, but elimination of townships, which was quite interesting. And there are 2 right now, and we'll see what happens in the future. But I also learned that the state of Illinois was behind something like $12 billion in their deficit, and they were able to get that down to around $4 billion just in the last year, which was pretty interesting to me. So I enjoyed it. It was good. Thank you.
Well, I wanted to mention that we also had, for the first time, they have a parade of flags. Several years ago, they started townships having flags. For the first year, we had the assessor and the deputy assessor present our flag in the parade of flags. Anything else about the conference? It just might be interesting. What is it? There are approximately 11,000 township officials in the state of Illinois. There are a lot of townships, all doing different kinds of things. All righty. Do we have any, next item is any kind of public participation. Do we have any participation by the public? Guess not. Any trustee reports of any note that hasn't been already covered? Any other business to bring before us? If not, Dan.
Yeah, I was just going to say that having served in this capacity for at least as many years as Jim Anderson has, candidly, I think Batavia Township has been well served by Mr. Anderson in his several roles during his service, and I think the residents of Batavia Township should be very satisfied and pleased with the services he's provided. He's been a good supervisor and a good trustee, and I personally, as the attorney for the Board of Trustees, would like to thank him for his service and his efforts and his dedication, which goes way beyond what you probably see and know, what the public sees and knows.
Thank you,
Mayor.
Van.
I agree.
Thank you.
The next board meeting of the Township Trustees will be second Tuesday in December at 7 p.m. That's December 10th. That being said, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Moved,
Second.
seconded, that we adjourn. There's never any discussion. Clerk will call the roll.
Do you want to do voice vote?
We can do a voice vote. All those in favor of adjourning signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we are adjourned.
All right,
Thank
until
you.
next month.